To today's episode, after publishing the shots of drawing Batman in a monster styles, I'm really surprised you guys have given me a very great feedback. Yes, that is, I'm going to talk to you step by step on how do I make Batman. Let's continue.
As you can see, at first I'm starting to draw his head at first, and then I starting to draw his six packs of his muscle after finishing the head, because it's so important to finish the head first for me. It's my personal preference. And then after that, I tried to roughly sketch over the body to make it look more concrete. I think one of the skills to draw this pencil portrait, which is using the pencil which is so sharp so that you can, like point it out very accurately. So I continue to draw, and now you can see I'm drawing his hand. I think this styles of Batman is really difficult to draw with, because especially his hand, there are lots of muscle and lots of his hand structure, such as like there are some strings on his hand, and also like there are some muscle popping out, and especially this is the monster style, so you suppose there are lots like weird muscle coming out, like very buffed, something like that. So I was just after finishing his first hand, like the forehand, and after I just continued with the other hand. As you can see right now, I'm drawing the forehand as well. Like I'm trying to draw his like the muscle here, and then here triceps. Is much easier than drawing the muscle here. As you can see, this here is just only two, like the main part is these two, but this hand structure, the muscle, they have lots of pattern and lots of irregular pattern for you to distract you and puzzle you. So right now I'm trying to draw his like his finger. His finger is like the life here right now. And yeah, I'm just keep shading the tone, and then yeah, just still keeping shading the tone, and then just make the details more popping out. And right now you can see I'm starting to draw his lower neck. This monster, this Batman monster, doesn't have the whole neck to show up, because I was just using some background such as the rock to cover it, so that it looks more like more realistic in and like the wildlife and in the nature, so that the overall picture then vibe, it looks more like always in the battlefield, and it's very realistic. Right now I'm starting to draw another leg. I'm just trying to sketch the outline at first, and then after roughly sketch it, I start to get into the details of the necks, because they have lots of, like I say, pattern and strings linked to the muscle, and also some sort of shading tone, darker tones reflected by the light. And his neck is also very difficult to draw with, because they have lots of muscle linked to it. So when there are lots of muscle, there must be a difficult pattern to deal with. Personally, for my first trial, I totally cannot catch the feelings, because you have to concentrate on the pattern, how it goes, and then this really takes you a long time to catch it. But after all, it all just practice as an artist, and some artists can remember it some pattern that make it natural, but I didn't, I haven't reached to this, level to just memorize everything, some sort of DC comic artists, their perfection have drawing like 100 pages. Personally, I would just, concentrate on the original and then just keep on doing that, right now you can see, we have already done like, overall nearly finished. I have outlined it and like enhanced the tone, darken the tone, so that you can see lots of muscles has already popping out on the hand. And right now, just make it more like darker in the darkest area, so that it looks the overall contrast. When you see it, it feels like the hand is really like the monster, like a lot of spikes, sticking out, and then a lot of muscle is so buff and then popping out, and then you're just so cool, like a warrior. Yes. And this is Batman as well, so I really cannot see the reason why you don't like it. Yeah, so let's continue to finish the details on the hand structures, and then we're going to actually move on to some exterior background, as I just say, the rock. And here the rock structure, I didn't really put too much effort, because I just simply didn't want to like discharge the overall highlights of my Batman. I want my Batman is the main character, not the environment make it standing out, So it's really, here is just a second palette. The main palette is my my Batman. Yeah, so continue. We are just trying to make the lines on the hands really attractive. I'm trying to use, I'm still using some mechanical pencil, but I would use the ink and also the black ball pen as an ink. If you don't have an ink pen, sometimes you just much easier to access to the stationery shop which has a black ball pen, rather than the ink pen, and or maybe it's more affordable choice. But I should say it's really enough to draw the kind of patterns of here. Like I've been trying to draw such pencil drawings, no matter people, animals, landscape, and also this kind of comics. Like in 5 years, I confidently speaking, you can do anything with just a pencil, a black ball pen, and some little writes highlight pen, which is you can use it as a correction pen, or maybe you can buy a white acrylic pen. It's already enough. Yeah. So yeah, you can see I did it finish already. I think that's it. That's it. So you can see my next link to the rock structure. So I guess it didn't have any any complex area, because I just make everything standing out and it distinguish it, and the muscle and the rock pattern and the hands, and the mix are very clearly observed. So yeah.
like the kind of like the low, mid, and also high tones of values in which it convert, and then I would use different like cross hatching techniques to make the picture overall more satisfied, and also more like the first row, and make the overall pictures more like beautiful. Yeah. So it's always not easy for beginner to do this, especially to draw such a like very like a spiral pattern or this kind of structure pattern. But I feel really enjoyable once you can. I feel really enjoyable once you grasp the feelings of what you're going to draw and what's the area you're going to darken, and then I just feel like it's like nature is so naturally to put the color into the right place, you know, by just looking in my first sight and just go over it, and it's really distraction. I guess that's probably one of the reasons why I start to use pencil and also ink to draw, and I just to keep continuing this style. It's not all about like the oh so beautiful, the color is so beautiful, because acrylics, color pencil, anything can make the color really satisfying. But I feel like the process of using pencil and also acrylic, no, sorry, it's also an ink pen is the most satisfied, so that I would feel like, oh my god, this is really distressing. And while I draw some very cool favorite DC Comics characters, it's like doing two things at the same time, you know, it's fast, you know, killing two birds in one stone, right? Yeah. So guess that's probably nearly finished. I just make the hand nails, you know, they got some like spiky nails on the hand, you know, because this is monster, you know, monster style, you know, they have some spiky nails, you know, to kill something, you know, it doesn't like it, you know. And I think this styles of monster are designed like a rocky, you know. They have something like a rock pattern, so you can see the feelings of the skins, or it's like some rock combine it together, you know, become so buff and so powerful and so like attractive because of the rock patterns, the accents of the land, you know. That's very great actually. I don't know, like I'm still like trying to draw some like the, you know, spiky things sticking out around. There are some I would say is some elements of air in the comics stripe, as you can see, some sort of comic that depicts the overall pictures when he's getting excited or when he's moving very fast. The characters, they trying to point out some like turning air lines, you know, on the bland place. So that's what I'm trying to do as well. Like I'm trying to make the overall pictures more animated, and it looks more like, oh, he's in the actions, but not still as stone, you know. It's not really not natural, you know, to draw something still as stone, but it's more natural and more realistic to feel a lifestyle, characters. So it's probably guess it's probably finished right now. So I think this is the overall drawing process, and I hope you guys enjoy this narrated like drawing tutorials of Batman. If you guys loved this kind of narrative of drawings DC Comics character, Marvel characters, please give me a comment so that I will publish more interesting character in the future. So thank you guys for watching these channels, and I will keep making more interesting and excited videos every week. Just keep checking me. See you guys.